What's up, subscribers of the woman? WildChase here, and I got a little guest narration. It's an OU match against NaraNagi because I was all like, I'm gonna narrate a video for you and you're gonna like it. So yeah, like I said, it's an OU match that Alina had against NaraNagi. Alina just made this team like the other day, and it's a sand team because she didn't feel like using rain because she's a hipster like that. See, I think, if I remember correctly, it's a standard T-Tar that she's got right there. SD, Technician Beryllium, Choice Banded Landorus, Calm Minding, Sub-Calm Minding Jirachi, Calm Minding Latias, and a Scarf Rotom. So that's kind of what Alina's got going on her end. Basically standard sand, except it's kind of weird to see the Landorus Therian in sand these days, but I guess if you can make it work, you make it work. But look at Nagi's end, he's got a pretty standard rain team himself, so it's kind of a battle of standard weather. But looking at, the teams and the compositions of all of them, the main things that are going to be threatening from Nagi's side, it's like really not that much. Like, I know Alina will be a bit annoyed by that Ferrothorn and maybe the Thundurus, but for the most part, if she's able to keep her composure, keep a good flow going, most of the things on Nagi's side will not be an issue. Like, as long as Ferrothorn's out of the way, actually her Jirachi and her Latias will have an easy time working around Nagi's team. And, otherwise there's not much else to really fear too badly. So, leads her, how it's going to work is Alina is going to predict Nagi to just go off with his Politoed. She's going to lead off with her Rotom, and Nagi just does lead off with his Politoed to try and get the weather initiative. But if Alina led off with her Tyranitar, she would have had the weather initiative. But, he's just going to switch right out into his Ferrothorn, which obviously can take a Volt Switch, so Alina just goes straight for that. And actually this Rotom, fun fact, accidentally has attack EVs instead of special attack EVs, so that might bite Alina a little bit later on. But she's just going to Volt Switch out, go into her Landorus, which can threaten out the Ferrothorn with the threat of a superpower, but Nagi just feels safe staying in and going for the Stealth Rocks, as Alina does go for the U-turn, just predicting them to switch out fearing the superpower. But I guess either Nagi thought it'd be more likely to have HP Ice, or he thought he could live a hit. But fact of the matter is, if Alina went for superpower, probably would have killed since Choice Banded plus the Therian stuff, so whatever. Tyranitar is going to come in now. Obviously, can easily get a Brox and then threaten the Fire Blast, so Alina just figures safe moment to get a Rocks. But Nagi does predict her to just go straight for Rocks and goes for a Power Up to get some damage on the T-Tar. Plus, probably just kind of wanting to scout out the set and not wanting anything else to take a hit just yet in case it, doesn't have Fire Blast. So that would probably be the best initiative. But Fire Blast just happens right now, and that is going to hurt the Ferrothorn. There's a chance of Ferrothorn living, but I guess he might just not be invested in his special defense as much because it takes him right out. And I know that's just a standard spread, so it would have had a chance to live, but well, standard spread on the Tyranitar at least for special attacking wise. But you know what? Point is, goes down. But Starmie comes in. Alina doesn't want to take a hit, even though she could probably take a hit and just revenge kill with a Crunch. But she just decided to take the safe chance and let her T-Tar live a moment longer so that she can still have better weather initiative and go out to her Rotom, who easily does take the Hydro Pump. And she just figures, and just Volt Switch, why not? But she forgets about the Thundurus and just goes for the Volt Switch, and Thundurus is going to take that, obviously, because it's a Thundurus. It kind of takes Volt Switches very easily. But Alina does have a safe switch right now with her Latias, so she can just go straight out to that, probably take a couple hits from this thing, and if she wants to, she can start to set up. But Nagi's actually going to pull a double switch out to the Politoed, which, not a bad thing for anyone. But the thing is, also, if you notice the Stealth Rock damage right here, here, you see he has no item, obviously, but then right after you see the Ice Beam and knowing that it's Scarf, so that's kind of good for Nagi because it's Scarf. But then it doesn't do that much, obviously, because it's a defensive Latias with max HP. But Draco Meteor happens because Alina's a weird person and likes to run Calm Mind and Draco Meteor, but people like that sometimes. People will be weird like that. But Starmie comes back in because it can easily take on, well, not really easily take on a Latias, but it could probably take a Draco Meteor after the -2, and I guess Nagi's hoping that, well, he was probably thinking that another Draco would take out the Politoed, and he doesn't want his Politoed to die just yet, but, shit's dumb. But Alina's just going to go into her the Rotom just basically as death fodder at this point, because it's not like it's that needed anymore, so she might as well just do that. But Rapid Spin gets a crit that didn't even kill. That was kind of funny. But then she just goes straight for Hydro Pump. With the rain up, it is able to take down the Starmie, which is kind of surprising considering she had no special attack EVs. But it worked out in the end, so no complaining there. But now the Toxicroak is going to come in. Obviously, since that's the dry skin, Elena cannot go for a Hydro Pump, so she's going to have to go out to her Jirachi, which does have the Psyshock. And since Nagi only has SD, this thing will easily die to a Psyshock eventually. But just in case Nagi wanted to switch, Elena's just going to go for the Substitute, just kind of scout it out, see what's going on. But since he does just decide to stay in and try and hit the Jirachi for as much as possible, she decides, alright, fuck it, let's just go straight for Drain Punch, or not Drain Punch, Psyshock. And since there's no boosts on the Toxicroak, and Toxicroak doesn't really have the best bulk in the world, it's going to take it out, even though Elena has no special attack investment, but that's because Time Sword super effective, decent special attack. You know, you kind of got to figure it from there that it should be able to kill. But Thunderous is going to come in. Obviously don't want to stand and take a Thunder, and her Sand isn't up, so she might as well get that up to try and fuck with the Thunders with the Tyranitar. So she's going to just do that, and Nagi goes her Thunder, and it still manages to hit through not having the boost, and it does a fuckload because it's a Thunderous T, and Thunderous T kind of hits like a truck. But since Tyranitar is so low, Nagi can easily just go for HP Ice, which gives him a secure kill against Tyranitar. But now the choice comes, what does Elena want to bring in? Well, since Thunderous really has kind of lowish speed, Elena can just bring in her Latias, which should be easily able to take it on, because HP Ice won't kill, and you know, should just be able to do whatever the fuck she wants. But Politoed comes in as Elena goes for Calm Mind, because like I said, she knew she could take a hit, and then she could recover up if needed, and then you know, just threaten out that Thunderous really well either way. But Ice Beam is going to happen, going to do really not that much at all after the Calm Mind, obviously, because it's, you know, you get a Calm Mind up, it generally won't do shit. But she's going to go for the Psyshock, which will easily take out the Politoed after +1. So, Elena's got some pretty good initiative right now, got +1 in, and, you know, that kind of stuff. But now the Dragonite's going to come in. I know Nagi likes to run more of a defensive Dragonite build, just because from that nickname, I know that's this one old Dragonite he used to run. I don't remember if it was special defensive or defensive, but Elena just fires off a Draco Meteor to just try and hit this thing, which I know it had Thunder Wave, so that could have been really bad for Elena if she got Thunder Waved, but she does score a lucky crit, so easily after past the multi-scale, you know, it's going to kill, but it might have had a chance to live with if the multi-scale was still there. But the Thunderous is going to come in, not really going to like a Psyshock, probably would have been smart to go for Draco because it probably would have killed, but HP Ice is going to happen, does actually score a Revenge crit on the Latias, which could have given Nagi the proper initiative to win, but luckily for Lena, she's got the Breloom, so that will actually be able to just go for the Mach Punch and finish off the Thunderous. Does score a crit, but it doesn't really matter because it was so low. Even without the crit, you know, there would have been a Life Orb damage from the Thunderous, and it's a Technician Breloom with Mach Punch. It's gonna fucking hurt, so no matter what, it probably would have died anyways, so yeah, that's going to kind of be the match. So that was a cool looking match, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. I have no further comments except that was like a 2-0, wasn't it? No, it was a 3-0 because that Rotom was still alive. So yeah, a good... Or wait, was Jirachi still alive? No? I don't remember anymore. It was like a 4-0 or a 3-0. Wait, hold on. Yeah, because let's see. That died. I think the Jirachi was still alive, so it might have been 4-0 or 3-0. Maybe it was a 2-0. I don't know. The point is, it was a pretty good match, so hope you guys enjoyed this guest narration thing. If you did, then make sure, I guess, to go check out my channel. I don't know, I do Pokemon stuff over there too, so yeah, and make sure you sub to the woman, and you can go check out Nagi too, because he's a cool cat. But anyways, yeah, that's it for this video. I've rambled too much, but hope you guys enjoyed, etc, etc, blah. Comment, sub, and later, guys.